Hello YouTube. So there are a few points that I'd like to hit on in this video. The first one is I've had some subscribers that have stuck with my channel for, geez, I don't even know how long I've had my channel, 2-3 years now, and I haven't really produced a lot of content, and especially as of late, but I would like to address where my channel is going to go if those subscribers want to stick with me and still watch the stuff that I do. Also, I've gained some new subscribers over the past couple months, and I am pretty sure that's because I've been putting up videos of my arcade cabinet. I'm also going to talk about that, but the first point is to my long-standing subscribers that I've had. I do plan on putting out some more videos if what you're looking for is retro game finds and stuff like that. We just had the Garage Mahal again in our area, so I'm going to make a video of the stuff that I found that day, that foot blistering day. And I also am hoping to put out another room tour video, and the only problem that I've had, why have I not put one out yet? I put out like a 2-minute teaser video maybe 6 or 7 months ago, but I never got to make the video, honestly, because I'll find like 6 or 7 new things and I'll put them in the room and I'll be like, damn, there's a yard sale next week, so let me wait until after that one and then I'll make a video of a room tour so I can have it full. Or I only have 6 of this particular figurine set. Let me wait till I get all 10 of them and then I'll do the room tour. And it's always something holding me up from doing the room tour because I don't want to have something incomplete. I don't know, it's something with my head maybe. I'm crazy. But I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Yes, there's things missing from some things, like I have all the amiibo except for Lucina. And I was always like, oh, I don't want to do the room tour. I'm missing one amiibo. I can't say I have all and blah, blah, blah. So anyways, I'm going to do the room tour. That's going to be coming out soon. I have the video for Garage Mahal coming out soon. I haven't been going around to a whole lot of yard sales lately. But that's probably going to pick up real soon as well. I'll have a few more of those videos before the summer's over. And you guys know I don't produce a whole lot of content. It's just here and there whenever I get to it. I'm not in this for money. I just like to try to make friends on YouTube. And I'm not trying to make some comedy show or any of the other stuff that's out there. I just do what I do. I post a video. My friends and family look at it. They watch it. And that's that. So if you enjoy watching the pickup videos that I do and those kinds of things, and not being flooded with content all the time from my channel, then stick with it. But to my long-standing subscribers, if you have no interest in Hyperspin or the arcade machine and all that, I do apologize, but I'm probably going to be spitting out a few more videos about that, and a few in the future, depending on where it goes and who wants information or who wants videos or updates that I make and things like that. But it will be alongside what I normally have done in the past. Now, to the new subscribers that have joined within the past couple months, thank you for subscribing to me. And if you downloaded anything that I've put on the video so far, I really hope you guys like it. I work very hard on this machine. You have no idea. My girlfriend has probably wanted to strangle me a couple times for the amount of time that I've put into this machine. Mostly I do it in the middle of the night though. So most of the artwork has been done custom by me. I will sit there and do each piece one at a time. For the control layouts, I will do the marquees. I'll clean them up. I've made my own theme for it. I mean, you guys know the artwork that's available. I changed the song on the intro video. I did get the intro video from YouTube somewhere, but I did change the music on it. I don't remember where the video came from, but it was the best one in my opinion, and it fit well with the Killer Instinct song. So, but most of my machine is custom. Now, the good news is that I've put a lot of work into HyperPause, which I've looked around and not a whole lot of people are truly working on HyperPause. And I thought that's such a waste, because it's such a beautiful menu to be able to pause your game and to read a magazine from the late 80s or early 90s, or check out some of these maps for some of these games like Battletoads. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to sit there and just admire the maps from Battletoad, and be able to zoom in super close and see every level in every detail, the entire map of Zelda, or whatever game you want to see, whatever games you love. You certainly would enjoy reading strategy guides on them, or maps, or magazines about those things. Anybody would. If you like Bucky O'Hare, you want that information there to be able to read. And that's what I'm doing. I'm gathering all the information that I can as far as pictures, songs, maps, guides, strategy guides, magazines, all of it. And I've been gathering it nonstop. And I have right now about 150 gigs worth of HyperPause stuff alone, and that's just for my console games. And anybody who's checked my downloads before knows that I don't put every console game on my machine. It's strictly the ones that I chose. I picked the best of the best, in my opinion. Sure, I might not have all the ones that you like in particular, or you like in particular, or anybody. It's the ones that I personally like. It's my machine. Of course, I'm going to put it the way that I like. I don't want every Nintendo game on there. I don't want every Genesis game on there. I don't want every Super Nintendo game on there, because there's a lot of them that are crap. And I don't want any filler on my machine. I want somebody to walk up to my machine and say, damn, this is full of a lot of good games. I want every game they flip to be good. I don't want to see shit from Sega CD that's garbage. I don't want to see stuff from Saturn that's garbage. Yes, don't get me wrong, there are good games on Sega CD and Saturn, but not enough to justify putting all the work into creating special artwork and marquees and fade screens and all the stuff for those. It simply was just not enough. Now, there was some that I thought about, like Snatcher, and some of the fighting games actually going with the Saturn version instead. But then I just said, no, it's just not worth it. I'm going to keep it with the larger libraries from the older consoles, and less, or actually no fluff. There's no filler. Even MAME, I sat there and for the ones I wasn't sure about, I knew there were certain ones I wanted on the machine, but for the ones I wasn't sure about, I sat there and watched every single video from those through the MAME library. I must have watched 3,000 or 4,000 videos one night, and just selected every video from each game that I wanted on this machine, and then went through and grabbed the ROMs, and then went through and grabbed everything else for them. So I made sure that I had every single MAME game that I wanted on this machine, and did not have any of the ones I didn't want. So as you can see, I went through a lot of trouble to pick the lineup of games that I have on this machine. So if there's not the game that you're looking for, that I've gathered information for, that I have not gathered information for, and you're looking for a particular game, I do apologize. I mean, there's nothing I can do, and I'm definitely not taking requests. So what you see is what you get. Now, with that said, I do hope that you guys like what I did. I mean, I have put a lot of work into it. So I will be providing links for the downloads in the description down on the bottom, and there's going to be quite a bit. Let me see what exactly is going to be there. I mean, obviously you're going to see it. It's already all been uploaded. As soon as this video posts, I'll provide the links. I mean, you're going to be getting my updated fade screens with artwork for all of it. Well, I can't say all. There are some games that simply did not have artwork that was usable. So I would say a good 95% of my games have fade artwork. So you're going to be getting that fade artwork for 95% of the games. The genre background, genre wheels, the XML list for genres. If you want to go about the way I do my genre list, you can just ask. I'll tell you how I did it. HyperPause. There is one thing about HyperPause I should mention that I've changed. I have changed the file to no longer show I don't remember what it showed before. I honestly don't. I changed it such a long time ago. But now it shows maps, guides, and magazines on there, rather than the usual stuff. So you'll still get the multi-game, you'll still get the save and load states, and you'll still get the history and the music section. I changed 2 of the sections that seemed pointless to me. I believe it was guides and artwork. So I figured, why in the hell would I want artwork on Hyperpause? When first of all, it's such a waste of a spot on there when you could put something like magazines. And if I'm going to put maps in artwork, I want it to be called maps. So I changed the artwork to maps. And the other one was, if I can't recall what it was, but it was really a waste of space. It was the one right after guides. And I said, this is terrible. Let me get rid of that, and what I'll do is I'll put magazines. Now, the problem I'm having is I can upload everything, but I can only upload 50 gigs at one time because I simply don't have the extra cash at the moment to put towards a higher limit on Megasync. And I realize there are other ways to do this, but what I'm going to do instead is a timed download, because I feel that if you take the time to watch my video when I release it, and you've already subscribed to me, or you subscribe to me as I release the video, then you deserve the downloads. It's those people that sort of trail behind. Those are the ones that I think should have to wait a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out the initial downloads, which is going to be everything I've named so far. Only I cannot do, I'm not going to do the music at all, because I don't want to get into anything legal here, okay? But the magazines that I have are actually, they're free to I don't know. I got them off of a website that was legit and free to download and all this stuff. So I'm hoping that there's no problems with that. If I ever get a letter for it or whatever the case might be, I'll just take it down. But the magazines are 80 gigabytes. So what I had was, I was initially going to separate the magazines on a per game basis and stuff like that. If it had something about the game, I would put it in there, but then it would be much larger of a file because I'd have to redo each magazine. Like some magazines would be in like 5 games because it has 5 games in it or whatever. So I didn't want to do that. So what I did was I put it in the default folder. So if it's PSN Magazine for PlayStation, obviously, it's in the PlayStation default one. So no matter what PlayStation game you open, you can view the PlayStation magazines in the Hyperpause menu. And the same thing for the European Super Nintendo magazine, which is an awesome magazine. And I believe the Super Nintendo has Retro Gamer magazine in there. And so on and so forth. So you get the idea. Nintendo Power for NES. So there's a lot of really great magazines in there. Most of them are high scans. Also, the player's guides, they're all in PDF format because I discovered that I had some in text file format, but when you're in Hyperpause and you're viewing a text file, it cuts off the last and the first part of that text file. So you're going to miss the first sentence and the last sentence, and I couldn't have that, especially in strategy guides. So I converted all of my text files to PDF files, and in the PDF files, it works out much better. You don't lose anything. Everything is there. You can zoom in, zoom out, whatever. Plus, they load a hell of a lot faster. I had about 20 text files in Earthbound. When I loaded up Hyperpause, good God, it took like, I shit you not, 5 minutes to load Earthbound because of these text files. I changed them to PDFs, it loads in 10 seconds. So after that, it convinced me all the way to convert everything to PDF. So that's been done. So the guides will be there for download. But as I was saying about the magazines, that is an 80 gigabyte download. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release one video later on, after about a month or so. A month from now, I'll release a video with the first part of the magazines, and they will be available for download for that first month. But I'm going to take everything else down. So if you want the stuff that I'm uploading now, get it now. Don't wait. It will not be there a month from now. I'm taking it down. A month from now, I put out the video about the magazines. I will put up 40 gigs worth of magazines. You guys get that 40 gigs in that first month. If you don't get it, it's coming down. And I'm not reposting anything until everything has been available for download. So those people that are subscribed now, you're lucky, because you will get this stuff and you will be notified when it's available immediately. People who subscribe later will have to wait until the whole process is done and I restart it again. And I'll probably restart it a few times to make sure that plenty of people get the stuff. Or if later on down the line I get cash to put down for MegaSync to increase my limit, I'll do that and I'll keep it all up. But I can't promise anything. So when it's up, get it. That's all I gotta say. But I do have one request. If you download from me and you get the stuff that I'm providing, I put a lot of work into this stuff. Please show some appreciation. And the way to do that is to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Tell your friends that do arcade cabinets. Say, hey, this fucking guy over here is crazy. He's working on HyperPause. Nobody else is. He's putting all this stuff up for download. No one else is doing that. You should check it out. And have them check it out and download and subscribe and like. That's going to help me reach people. Okay? I don't want to fill out on the Hyperspin forums. I could, but I don't want to. Because I would like to decide where my stuff goes instead of, and not to be rude, Hyperspin, those people put a lot of work into their program. It's an excellent program. But I just think it's silly that all these other people are paying money and then giving their stuff away so that Hyperspin can make more money. They pay Hyperspin $25, $50, whatever it is, and then they make themes for Hyperspin, and then people are like, oh damn, check out these new themes, I'm going to download them. Oh well, you can only download one at a time unless you're a member. Okay, well I'll pay you your $25 and I'll download the themes. They didn't even make the themes, it was somebody else who paid money. And it's just a circular process, and Hyperspin just sits back and gets the dough. Especially since they're not even working on Hyperspin anymore, apparently. They've stopped work on it. I mean, why would I provide anything for a website that doesn't even support its product? That's my opinion on the whole deal. I might get some hate over this, but hey, I'll defend it. I'll defend it, because that's my belief. I don't want to support a product that doesn't support itself. The people who made it don't even want to support it. Anyways, and I realize HyperPause has nothing to do with Hyperspin. I do realize that. That's Rocket Launcher now. And Rocket Launcher is an excellent product. It has a lot of support. And I will join their forums. I have not yet. I didn't want to join it until I was done with everything I was doing. But I will join their forums. And if they have a spot to introduce things that you've come up with for their stuff, then I will. I will. But the way I see it, I don't owe Hyperspin anything.
Verizon Wireless.
Whoa, scared the shit out of me. I'm going to have to take that part out. The way I see it, I don't owe... Maybe I'll leave it in. I don't owe Hyperspin shit, okay? And Rocket Launcher works on any front end. Pretty much any front end, I believe. I haven't seen when it doesn't work on. So the things that I'm creating are with Rocket Launcher and programs that exist outside of Hyperspin. I haven't done any wheels. Actually, I have done wheels, but it was a skin for the wheels. I'm providing those as well. But technically, I haven't done any wheels. I haven't done any major themes. I've probably done about 15 themes. I'm going to provide the themes that I've done as well, but mostly PC games. I haven't done a whole lot for the actual Hyperspin program because I've been looking to leave it for a long time. I've been looking to drop Hyperspin for a while. The only reason I haven't is because if you've seen my videos that I just posted recently, I have that dynamic marquee, and I have yet to see another front end that supports that much shit going on a second screen. And until I do, I have to stick with Hyperspin, so I have no choice. But the moment I find a program that looks good, that I can customize the way that I want, that supports that second monitor, I'm done with Hyperspin. So if you have any questions about Hyperspin, I'll be more than happy to ask. But like I said, I don't mod Hyperspin itself. I don't change Hyperspin. So the most I've done was move the text along in the bottom and create a theme that I can use as one theme for the whole thing. That's it. And that's going to be there too, a unified theme. I have, as far as Hyperspin goes, I have all of my games in one wheel. All my console games, all my arcade games, all my PC games, they're all in one wheel with one theme, with special wheels, backgrounds for them. And I did have it with separate themes. I did have all the bells and whistles, but it didn't fit what I was looking for. I was looking for a unified type machine, so I made a theme to match my marquee monitor, basically. I wanted to get rid of all the flashy pictures and cartoons and stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because some machines look really nice with it. I just wanted a more grown-up type machine. Grown-up type machine with video games. Go figure. Anyways, I'm rambling onward. So these guides will be in there. Hyperpause backgrounds, and I have updated the backgrounds as well as the fade artwork to 95% of my games. Keep in mind that the backgrounds download is pretty much exactly the same as the fade artwork. All it is the pictures were renamed to background. So if you don't want to have to download the backgrounds one, you could just use the fade folder. But if you don't download the fade folder, you're not going to get the special artwork like the little running guys and Pac-Man and Street Fighter and Scorpion for Mortal Kombat, the little gifs, animated gifs in the fade. So if you're only going to download one, download the fade one. There's going to be the Hyperpause maps in there. There's going to be the multi-game discs for the games that I have that are multi-game. There's going to be the my game info file, because on my marquee monitor I have the game info scrolling by, and I've had every intention to go into Hyperpause and turn off game info there, but I just never got to it. My main XML file with all of my console and arcade games. So here's the thing, and the marquee collection that I have, my marquee art. If you are looking to have a quick setup, the quickest possible setup in Hyperspin, what I suggest is to grab the things that I'm providing and stick with the games that I'm providing. If you want more, you're gonna have to add them yourself, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not taking requests, and this is as far as I'm going with my games. So stick with the games that I'm providing, the naming convention. Use a tool to rename yours. I'm providing the wheels, so you can just go off the wheels and use a tool. I am not providing videos. That is something completely different. It's a gray area. I don't want to get into that. So no theme videos at all. You'll have to get those from Emu Movies, which actually does do fucking work, and they deserve the money that they get for the subscriptions. That's different than Hyperspin. So get the same games that I got, rename them to the file structure that I use, the file names that I use, pop them in your emulator folders, and put all the shit that I'm providing into your Hyperspin and Rocket Launcher folders, and it should work. You'll be up and running. If you're not, feel free to join the comment section, ask any questions you want. I'm more than happy to answer. If it's about my setup, I can answer them easily. If it's about Hyperspin in general, or Rocket Launcher in general, I probably can't, because what I've worked on is what I know. I've learned as I went. I haven't dug into anything with Rocket Launcher that I haven't done, it's like XPatter and shit like that. I use XPatter outside of Rocket Launcher for my own reasons. It's easier to program with AHK files on the side, and to program a lot of the PC games if I just stick with XPatter by itself and shut it down for some games, turn it back on for others. So I didn't mess with that in Rocket Launcher. So if you have any questions about XPatter and Rocket Launcher, I don't know. I honestly don't know. So anyways, just to kind of wrap this up, because I've been recording for a while now. I will be releasing another video. I put phase shift on my arcade with some guitars, and probably one of the best additions I've ever put on my machine. It has over 1,200 songs now. It's an awesome program if you like Guitar Hero. but I will be showing off some of that stuff, some of the actual programs, and the theme that I did, the unified theme and stuff like that, so the people know what they're getting into. I'm not going to release this video today. It's probably going to be in the next few days. It depends on when I got time. I have kids, and I have one of my kids from my previous relationship over visiting right now, so I'm a bit busy, and right now it is 2:32 a.m. so I shouldn't even be up right now because I got to get up at 7 a.m. to make these kids some food. But I wanted to get this video out there because I've been putting it off. So, a couple days, I'll release a video that'll describe some of the downloads that are available. I'll show off the HyperPause, what it does when it's complete, and maybe if anybody gets hung up on some of these download things, the video itself will help them see where things go, where they belong, stuff like that. And if you have any questions about HyperPause, or any questions about anything, any of the downloads, post them here. Don't post them in any other video because it throws me off a bit when I'm looking at questions in different videos. No, I don't get it a lot. Not here. On Twitter I do. So post them here and I will answer them all. And that way people also have a central location to look if they have questions. Now I don't perceive getting bombarded with thousands of questions on the first day. But you never know. People will come along a couple weeks from now and ask a question. Then a couple weeks later, they'll go to the other video and ask the same question. And it happens a lot. So if you have questions, post them under this video, this long-ass video with the downloads intact. And that way anybody who's looking for answers to the questions as far as the downloads go can come here because they'll be here anyways getting the downloads and they can get their answers. Alright, so I'm going to end this because I have been talking for far too long. Like I said, my longtime subscribers, thank you for sticking with me. I know that my video production as of late has been really slow and I haven't been coming out with much, but I will be coming out with the room tour. I will be coming out with the Garage Mahal finds. I just have to dig them out because it was a few weeks ago. I have to dig them from where they are. One of them is Donkey Kong Nintendo 64 that I got for $10. Anyways, and I do plan, if you were looking forward to it or if you joined simply because of it, I do plan on fixing my software up and playing some retro games at nighttime to stream through my Twitch channel, and that's RetroHumanoid_live. So if you want to see those, go ahead and join up on that Twitch channel, and late at night I will be up, as I shouldn't be, playing like Nintendo games and Super Nintendo and shit like that, just random stuff, and I'll even take requests. I don't care what I play. I enjoy games in general, as long as it's not Wheel of Fortune or fucking Battle Chess or something. Anyways, thank you guys. If you have not subscribed yet and you're interested in learning more about the Hyperspin stuff, well, I won't even say Hyperspin, sorry, the rocket launcher stuff and my downloads and my setup, then please subscribe. If you download from me, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to me and you download from me, please subscribe to me, because I guarantee you there will be more in the future of these types of downloads or updates that I put out for my system. And if you're not subscribed, you're going to miss them. And I will not have them up forever. I'm only going to have them up for short periods of time. So please subscribe, like, comment with questions. Thanks, guys.